And hello, everyone. It's Tom. It's FANzine Live, and we are doing the World Zines for the day and video. And so I am going to share with you On the Border by Brandon Hicks. It is issue 19. 19 of what, you may ask? It is a thing called Conundrum. Conundrum 25, as they call it, Conundrum 25. A landmark series of 25 gem-like volumes over 5 years, presents the masters of graphic short story form and a work in a range of styles. From precious rediscoveries to gender-playful fictions, fabular futurism to uncanny imaginings, there are stories by a new generation of conundrum artists along classics of the form, bring together past, present, and future. In our 25th year and beyond, it is a celebratory compendium of collectible work. Nice little book, about the size, if I look, slightly larger than a mini comic, but basically mini comic size. I picked this up when I was in Montreal at the Drawn and Quarterly store. I also picked up a couple other copies that we'll probably take a look at sometime in the future. Postmodern mini comics by Colin Upton, and Next Time Around by Billy Mavrias. You can see they vary in size, but basically the same format. This is a neat little book, and it's very well done. Here, I'll read to this part at the back. It says, after moving to St. Stephen, New Brunswick, during the height of the pandemic, cartoonist Brandon Hicks began illustrating a diary to record all the strange occurrences and social mores of this sleepy border town. On the Border collects the best of these stories, introducing you to a large cast of idiosyncratic neighbors, wild animals, and strange antagonists. Excuse me. Learn all there is to know about local traditions, bizarre habits, and the changing economy of a small East Coast community. Very cool. The Conundrum series is printed in Quebec by Conundrum Press, or actually it's printed in Quebec, comes out of Nova Scotia, but I picked this up in Montreal at Drawn and Quarterly. So anyway, the whole book is done with square size artwork. I do not know better, but it wouldn't surprise me if this was a digital comic that was collected. It just reads like something that you could probably put scrolling on your phone and it would work very well. So you can see they moved to St. Stephen, small town on the border. And so he just goes through and starts talking about the life in his new hometown. And he talks about, like, you know, he's got one house that hangs several homemade wind catchers. Most of them are hockey themed. The other day, its resident held a half-assed karaoke performance for no one in particular. And then there's the dude who sits outside the barbershop and makes derisive comments about my hair, because he's kind of got the man bun thing going. Other familiar faces. The Pepsi walker. The dude must go through gallons of this stuff every week. The ATV dog. Man, she seems to love that thing. The old guy who brings buckets of balls to the tennis court, then just lazily hits them until they're empty. The doll and stroller in a puddle. Not a person, but they were there for months. I mean, he just goes and just shares these little slices of life. The neighbor skinning a deer in his garage. The old 50s diner. A smart car pulling a trailer hitch. Just thought that was weird. Talking about some of his walks around the block. I mean, it's just a lot of fun stuff. He has a very light and airy cartooning style. Again, I swear this is all done digitally. So you're looking at shading that's done very easily with done on a tablet. Throw in a spray paint type of piece and put that layer underneath your very simple, loose line work. You don't have to do much in the way of hatching because you can just shade it all in really quick. But it's fun. He has fun with it. I mean, he has these exaggerated people. You can see the owner barking at the little Chihuahua. Chihuahua has massive eyes and tiny body. But then he does stuff with nature. It's just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. And it does give insight into a piece of Canadian culture. And it's island culture. So folks just, operate at their own speed when they're in their own small enough community. Talking about going and playing with a frog, catching a frog. Having his first massage. And talking about having a massage and what it all means. Going to a car show. Except there was a seagull on a lamppost who kept slipping around. I mean, just fun, pleasant stuff. And it's really good storytelling. Here's something I've never mentioned about my neighborhood. One house has a giant artillery weapon in their front yard. Why? I don't know. It bears no plaque, and it's a residential home, not a historic site. I'd knock and ask, but I'm a little afraid to see who'd greet me at the door. Looks like General Patton. Funny thing, though, is that it directly faces the tennis court across the street, and that inspires imagination. Look at that with the hole through the guy. So, I mean, it's just little vignettes. A lot of fun. So, On the Border, Brandon Hicks, part of the Conundrum 25 collection from Conundrum Press out of Wolfsville, Nova Scotia. So I will put some links in the show notes so that you can get yourself a copy if you're interested, or perhaps look at any of the other 24 editions of the Conundrum 25. Out of the 3 that I purchased, they're all very, very high quality and very different too. Each one really has a different style to it. So don't think that by looking at this that you've seen everything that you're going to get, because each of the 3 are entirely different with the exception of the paper format and printing. But it's neat. It's good stuff. Brandon Hicks, On the Border, on FANzine Live and the World Zines out of Montreal, Canada. Folks, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.